Here are my top 7 things you can do to make Ghost Recon Breakpoint more challenging. Number 1 is to increase the difficulty of the game. This is probably the most obvious one. Playing the game on normal or even advanced doesn't offer much of a challenge, as enemies react really slowly to your movements and they are overall just not very perceptive. Bumping it up to extreme can definitely provide a solid challenge for you as a Ghost Recon Breakpoint player. To increase that challenge even more, and on top of the higher difficulty, try also number 2, which is to reduce or completely turn off your HUD. This is a game changer in Breakpoint. To not only appreciate the beauty of the game itself, but it also reduces all the clutter on screen and forces you as the player to become more perceptive and self-reliant. Get yourself familiar with the different keybinds first though, like to put your silencer on, to change your firing mode, how to throw grenades and interact with the world. Turn off things like enemy detection meters and all of those other accessibility settings that the game does for you. In addition to reducing the HUD, dabble a bit with number 3, which is to change the ghost parameter settings. This ranges from switching from 2 to 1 primary, increasing your risk of injury, increasing stamina consumption, reducing health regeneration, and one of my favorites is losing ammo on reload. All of these different settings, they combine and they make the game even more challenging. For number 4, another thing you can do, and this is usually my preferred way of playing, is to play solo. Your AI teammates are pretty overpowered in this game, especially if you bring them up to max level. These guys could take on an entire army and win. So mess around with turning your teammates completely off or just using one instead of all 3. For number 5, turn off UI sound. So reduce your UI volume all the way down to 0, because this also removes headshot sounds. So you can't register hit markers on enemies, and this forces you to be a lot more careful about your shots to ensure enemies go down and stay down before you move on. As we move on to number 6 and 7, these two are modding related. So if you're not on PC, you will only be able to benefit from numbers 1 to 5. But if you are on PC, these last two are definitely for you. Number 6 is to remove bullet tracers and smoke trails. With these removed, it will be much harder to know exactly where enemies are engaging you from when you are in a firefight. So this will obviously persuade us as the player to focus more on stealth, or at least taking time to recon to ensure that we know exactly where all enemies are. The final tip I have for you is number 7, and probably the ultimate tool to increase the challenge in Breakpoint, which is the Spartan mod. This mod literally revolutionizes the difficulty curve in Breakpoint. Enemies are more perceptive, explosions are more lethal, enemies hear your weapon much easier, and so much more. Like, this bumps up the difficulty so much that the author of the mod suggests that you keep it on advanced as opposed to playing it on extreme, which most of us just don't listen and we play it on extreme anyway. But those are my top 7 tips that you guys could try. Give them a try. If you're on PC, you can try all 7. If you're on console, try numbers 1 to 5. And if you think I missed any, drop them down in the comment section. Just things that you use to make the game more challenging for you. If you are looking for guides to start modding Breakpoint, to install the Unlock Everything mod, or specifically the Spartan mod, check out my guides playlist next and stay frosty. Thanks for watching, guys, and Kiekeyz out.